All right, T-cell teachers, this one is for you. Today, we're going to skip the dense academic theories and get straight to a practical blueprint, a new way to think about you as an architect, designing lessons that are actually built to last.
Okay, so let's just dive right in at the very beginning with the most basic question of all. I mean, we plan them, we teach them, we live them every single day, but what is a lesson, really? You might be surprised by how deep that question goes.
Because just like any good architect, you can't build anything without a solid foundation. So let's get totally clear on what it is we're actually building.
You know, a really cool way to think about this is through metaphors. I mean, is a lesson like climbing a mountain, a tough, goal-oriented journey? Or is it more like a football game with all that back-and-forth action? Maybe it's even like a wedding, a kind of formal social ritual. Each one of these gives you a totally different lens to see your classroom through. And that's really the big takeaway here, isn't it? A lesson isn't just one thing. It's this complex, amazing event that can be about teamwork, hard work, and social connection, sometimes all in the same hour. And that's fantastic, because it means that we, as the architects, get to design and build that whole experience from the ground up.
So if the lesson is this multifaceted structure, then what does that make you? Well, you're the architect, of course. And it turns out your job is just as complex and dynamic as the lesson itself.
The old mug and jug model. We've all heard this one, right? The teacher is the jug of knowledge, just pouring it into the empty student mugs. Well, thank goodness we've moved on, because the modern classroom demands so much more from us. Our role today is just incredibly dynamic. I mean, look at this list. In a single class, you can go from being an instructor at the whiteboard to a manager setting up group activities, to a motivator giving that one quiet student a little boost. We have to wear all of these hats, sometimes all at once. But of all those roles, there's one that's a real game changer. It's this idea of shifting from a teller to an activator. See, our main job isn't just to talk about English anymore. It's to create situations and tasks where our students have to actually use it. That's the secret sauce. That's where the learning really sticks. Okay, so if being an activator is our main job, then our architectural blueprint has to be all about designing great tasks. Let's dig into what actually makes a task an effective building block for your lesson. First things first, let's be super clear on what a task really is. It is not, and I'll say it again, it is not just busy work to fill the time. A real task is a purposeful activity. It has a clear learning goal and some kind of outcome you can look at. In our blueprint, a task is a structural beam, not just a coat of paint. And this just lays it all out perfectly. Let's take a classic, Hangman. Seems fun, right? But let's actually analyze it like an architect. Is it valid for learning spelling? Not really. Students spend most of their time just guessing random letters. Does it maximize language use? No. It's mostly silence and pointing. Is it designed for success? No way. It's literally built on making mistakes. A good task is the exact opposite of all that. It's targeted, it's full of meaningful practice, and it's designed to help our students win. Okay, this is all great in theory, but how do we apply this to the real world? You know what I'm talking about. That course book sitting on your desk. Let's talk about mastering your materials. Come on, you know this exercise, we have all seen it a million times. The classic, kind of boring gap fill. And yeah, on its own, it's not the most exciting or meaningful practice. But here's the thing, a good architect doesn't just toss out their materials. They adapt them, they make them better. And check this out, it's so easy to upgrade this. After they fill in the gaps, have them close their books and try to recall the sentences from memory. Then, ask them to substitute new words. Venice is busier than London. Then, let them reinvent the sentences. And finally, the magic step, personalize it. My apartment is bigger than that one. And boom, just like that, you've turned a flat, boring exercise into something dynamic, creative, and actually meaningful to them.
All right, let's pull all this together into your day-to-day work. It's time to assemble the essential tools that every teacher architect needs for their lesson planning. Think of these as your final checklist before you start building. They're just good, solid rules of thumb. Put the mentally tough stuff early on when everyone's fresh. Do quiet work before you do the loud, energetic stuff. It just makes managing the room so much easier. Always have a clear beginning and a clear end to frame the lesson. And the golden rule, my personal favorite, always have a backup activity ready to go. You just never know.
So I'll leave you with this thought. The next time you sit down with your planner, remember, you're not just filling 50 minutes. You're an architect. You are building an experience. So take a look at your blueprint and ask yourself, what's one small change I can make this time to build something even better for my students?